Welcome to Different Walks, Different Talks.
So going into Kenya, like, what did you expect, and what did your coach tell you your experience was going to be like? Like, he definitely gave you some sort of like heads up, right?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
are you gonna do?
Like I was just expecting to like learn a lot about running, and I did.
Yeah.
I was hoping like to like kind of get quicker, which unfortunately
Things
it
happen.
didn't happen. But I met a lot of good runners, like people who like used to run marathons back in the day. This one guy, he was the brother of like the guy that was hosting us. He
Oh.
won the Chicago Marathon
Wow.
and ran a 2:02 marathon.
2:02 marathon. Isn't that like
2:02.
right there with Kipchoge's like
Yeah,
record?
like it was a 2:02
That's
like
crazy.
43, I think.
Wow.
And he's
you
running
met
to
him.
Boston this year.
He's running the Boston Marathon.
Yeah.
Wow. And you met him as well?
Yeah, I even ran with him for some times. Yeah,
How did it feel when you were running with him?
but like if it was easy, then it was pretty good. But like we did try a track workout with him, and he dusted us.
You tried what?
A track workout with us.
A track workout with you? Oh, wow.
He dusted us.
Like what was the difference? Like, was it like?
Oh, it was like
Yeah.
we were taking.
Was it like me and you kind of distance, or slightly less?
Like it was a big difference.
Damn.
Like, he was running like more distance and less rest, and was doing it so much quicker.
What do you think is like was his form like way better than yours? Was he just like better? Like
He's just better.
Right?
He was in really good shape.
Did you ever like look at his form as well? Can you tell from his form he is also like way better like form wise?
Because like when you're going at that speed, if they're looking relaxed, and you could tell that they're like really quick. Because like if they're going like, let's just say sub 3.
Yeah, because I'll be like sprinting in that pace.
Yeah, like people's form would like be dying, right?
Right.
Like crazy. He's just flying.
He's just like
not even trying.
Yeah, he's not even trying.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So so you got to Kenya, right? And then you go to like the high altitude place. So I've heard that. So the Kenyans like they have really good lung capacity because like a lot of them they're in like the high altitudes, right? And that's why like a lot of sport teams they try to do different sports as well. They try to do training like in high altitudes to help lung capacity.
Yep.
So that's where like their good like running comes from as well, like their lung capacity, right? And there's more like hemoglobin production or something in them.
Yep.
I've heard, yeah.
Yeah.
So like, okay, when you got there, when you got there to the training facility, did you feel like the difference in like oxygen and stuff? Like
not the first day, but like because we landed in the western part in the mountains. The main city there was called Eldoret, which is like 7,000 feet above sea level, and like there we stayed at like a house for like about a week just to get used to the altitude, right?
Yeah.
And within the third or fourth day, I was getting like headaches.
Oh, really?
I was getting a bit.
Is that like
shaky.
altitude sickness?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So like I had some medicine for it and it did help. But like I felt like nauseous sometimes, especially during like while I was running. So I did have to like be careful there.
Was it just because lack of oxygen? Was that it?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I just wasn't used to it. So
yeah, no. Wow. They give you like an oxygen tank or something. Do they actually?
No.
I was gonna say maybe that could help.
I wish we did, but
yeah. Huh. So you adjusted like fourth day in
the fourth, fifth day, yeah, and then we kind of just were going around between like a triangle of cities. So Eldoret, the main one, Kitale, and then E10. E10 was at 7,700 feet.
Oh yeah, E10 is the one that came up like the highest mountain city. Yeah,
and like that was also tough because that's even higher than 7,000, right?
Right.
And like that's where we did a lot of our track workouts, and we were dying. Like me and my team, it was so tough to like run, especially like the first few practices.
How does it feel when you run there? Like, what's the difference? Does it feel like
you just get tired so much quicker?
Right,
like,
and it feels really weird, right? Because you've never had that before.
Yeah.
And you suddenly feel it there.
Yeah, like because like here, like when I'm doing like laps on the track, I'll be fine. But there, if I did the lap by the 200 mark, my legs would already be like dead, and my lungs would be breathing like really heavily.
Wow. Maybe like the problem was you guys pushed it too hard. Maybe,
I think so.
Yeah. I think that might be the thing, right? Yeah. So what can you go through like a day of track workout, like what you would do, like starting in the morning to like the end?
Yeah. Okay. So we usually we would do like our workouts Tuesdays and Thursdays. So let's just say there's a Tuesday. Wake up. It really depended on like the weather.
It was all outdoors, no indoor facility.
No, it was all outdoors. On the dirt track. But like it really depended on the weather. But most days it was like low 20s, so it was really nice.
Oh yeah, the weather's nice there. I was surprised. I thought it'd be really hot.
No, like it was low 20s the entire time we were in the mountains.
Yeah.
But
so you get up, you wake up, you check the weather, and when it's good, you go, and then what?
Yeah, like we would go to the bathroom, drink water. Right. I would not eat before practice because I don't like to. But then it would be anywhere between 8 and 10, and then we had this one guy. They have like a bunch of motorcycles that they just drive you around,
Okay.
and you pay them like $1 or $2, and you just tell them where.
Oh, they just drive you to the place?
Yeah. So he would drive
Awesome.
me and my teammate on the back of his motorcycle. We would do the track workout.
Yeah.
Really depended
So what is the
day.
track workout?
Yeah. So sometimes I did 400 repeats, where like I would do like 400 meters and then like 3 or 4 minute rest.
Yeah.
Between each one, and then gradually, like I'd probably do 6 of them, 6 to 8.
Yeah.
And over time, each one would get quicker.
Yeah.
I also did 600s, right? So just longer distance, and then I'd also increase the rest.
How many? Like when you do a 600, 400 repeat, right? Like how many of the 600s do you do?
Anywhere, because I was training for the 15 and the 3, so I would do about 4 to 6.
So that's like 2K, 2.8K. So that's around 3K. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just to match with the distance. Yeah.
Right.
And then, like I would try to do it like slower, and then the last few would be towards like my race pace. So what I'm trying to run in the 3K.
And like, did it feel way different like running there?
Yeah.
Doing the 600s?
Yeah.
Was it just way tougher?
Mm-hmm. Like compared to here, because like I've done 600 on the track before here, and like it was fine, but there it's like so much harder.
Yeah, right.
And then the rest as well, like it takes a lot longer to recover because there's less oxygen.
So was it just you and your teammate and your coach there? Was there any other people there as well?
From like that, from Canada, it was just us 3, but like there was a few people there that my coach knew that were helping us out. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and they also just came along with you guys, right?
Not to the track workouts, but like when we would be in E10, we had someone there like at the house that we were staying at.
Okay.
And then also in Kitale where we were staying, we stayed at like a school where we did some volunteer work.
Oh, that's sick.
And that's where like a lot of our contacts were.
Huh.
So they would be kind of going around because like we did go to the track in Kitale as well.
Yeah.
And they went with us.
Oh wow. So did you ever like, okay, so now, so you do some 600 repeats, right? Mm-hmm. And then what's like the next step you do? So is that like 12 now?
Yeah. Well, like it would be like 10 or 11-ish.
Yeah.
Get home, shower. And then we had someone in the house. Her name was Joyce, very nice lady. Amazing cook. She would cook all of our food. We just told her what we wanted to eat.
And McDonald's fries.
Yeah. They didn't have McDonald's.
No?
No. They had
I went to Egypt, there was McDonald's. There's no McDonald's there. Probably in the capital, right?
No.
They had KFC, McDonald's. Oh, they had KFC. No McDonald's. Oh, wow. But I'm surprised.
Yeah, like we would just send her the money, and then she would pick up the food and then cook it for us. So like breakfast.
And that's like your day? Just like you train in the morning? You
train in the morning, yeah.
No afternoon training, right?
Sometimes we would go for like an easy run, or we would go to the gym in Eldoret because they had a pretty good gym there.
Oh yeah, do you like do gym stuff for like track or not really? Is it more just running?
Like I sometimes do stuff for like my legs and then also upper body as well and core.
Oh, so you still have to work like upper body and core a little bit. I guess core is really important, right?
Core is like running. The most important one.
Yeah, right. So core. So if you rank like muscles based on like running, it's probably like legs, core.
I would honestly say, like if you had to train them, I'd say core and then legs and then upper body.
Really, core is more important than legs for running.
I guess legs are important, but like when you're running, your legs are kind of training there.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, so you have to like sort of target your core separately.
Yeah, because it's what brings your like whole body together to run.
So like was there some sort of like other technique and form that you guys got taught from like the Kenyan guys? Some sort of like local tips and tricks they have?
Yeah, well, like in terms of like when you're running for like a while, we learned what they do. Like when they're running, if their arm gets tired, sometimes when you're like moving your arms, your shoulders kind of. Like,
I do feel that sometimes because I already have my dislocation. So when I run a bit, like my left shoulder starts hurting.
But what they do is like they put their arm down and like point it straight down because it releases everything, like all the tension. And they hold it for like a few seconds and they just point down and then they bring it back up. And if they want to for the other arm, they can do it. And like I started doing that and it helped, and I even do it here now that I'm running back here.
Yeah? Was there anything else like that? Keeping all of the secrets.
Any other tips? Well, like one of the coach at the school that we were staying at, right? It was called Transcend. Mm-hmm. He looked at me and my teammates for him and just told us what to work on. So he made us run slow, he made us run fast, and then looked. And he said just like the arms, keeping your like arms pumping and not like moving your shoulders too much, but keeping them straight kind of.
Is there any sort of like technique to like avoid that? Because they can say it all right, you know it, but is there any sort of physical technique or something that you should like mentally focus on to make sure you don't do that?
Yeah, it just comes with practice.
It just comes with practice.
Yeah,
it's more like a practice.
We do these things called strides, where like they're like short sprints just to get your legs going. And sometimes my coaches or even the coach there made us do them, and he would watch and he would tell us to focus on our arms. So when we're sprinting quick, we would try to be keeping our arms like open.
It seems like it's all about arms and stuff. Do they ever look at form for legs, or is there like not much you can go wrong with the legs because it's just running?
You want to keep your legs moving straight, not to the side or anything.
Right.
Like, that comes with practice as well. But it's really the arms, because that's like over time when your form starts to break down, your arms get really lazy.
Right.
So
you
you just want to practice keeping it.
Oh yeah. Does it okay? So when you do like a race, does your arm ever get like really sore at the end because you're keeping it in that like form the whole time, right?
Yeah, like sometimes like there's been races where my traps have been like really sore.
Your traps? Oh wow! Instead of like
because like they're holding my shoulders.
And what about your legs? They were fine, but it was just mainly your upper body that was sore.
Like my legs were just tired because of all the running.
Yeah, right.
But
what about like I know that running they said to like have heel first contact. Do you guys work on that ever, or is that just pretty much like basics?
Heel first.
I know, like they put there, like you should land on your heels, right? To like bounce, like so it's more bouncy or something like that. Do you guys?
I've heard about that. I haven't looked too much into that because I personally have not paid attention to that.
No, okay.
I just whatever feels comfortable, because like I've seen some runners land on their heels. I've seen some.
Oh really?
Like land in the middle of their foot, and then some on the balls of their foot, and then they.
Oh, there's differences, and they're all pretty much fine.
Yeah, because like the top runners, they all run differently.
Oh really?
Yeah, because I've seen it like with one of the top marathoners. He was a heel
runner.
Heel.
No, that can't be true. So he lands on his heels every time.
Yeah, like I haven't.
How is that possible? Won't your feet hurt?
I just do whatever's comfortable.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And when you guys run, do you do any like Fitbit tracking and stuff like that? Yeah.
On the
like heart track.
It's more so just pace, and like we'll have a set distance in mind, and then whatever pace we want to, we would just try and keep that.
Right. Do you guys ever look at heart rate ever for your runs, or like your heart rate is pretty much fine already, right, for the races and stuff?
Sometimes I look at heart rate, but like we don't focus on it too much.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't like. There's no way to really like lower it. You just have to lower it through practice and training, I guess. Right. Yeah. Because I know like okay, so when you run, like when you see heart rate, what's your normal heart rate when you're doing like a
depends on the run. If it's an easy run, it could be like 140.
What if it's like a really tough one where you're going?
Then it'll be like 160, 170.
160. Okay.
And then if it's like a really quick race or long race, then it could be anywhere from like 180 to 190.
I just know when I first did running, oh my god, I did like a kilometer. It was like 7 minutes, and then my heart rate was at 180.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm cooked. I need to do more cardio. Would you say like to get good at like basketball and stuff? Would you say like long distance cardio is still good for you, or should you train more like short distance and like bursty cardio?
For basketball, I would say like the beep test.
Yeah, right. That's the kind of thing you need.
It builds it up in a short distance, or even just like circuit stuff where you jog like a short distance or like a long distance, and then you sprint a bit, because then you're getting used to that, like going up and down. With running, it's more so just keeping a pace.
Right.
So.
Oh yeah, that's one thing I was asking. Like, when you do a race, how do you keep your pace? Because I know, like, you can have the lead pack that helps you keep pace, right? But if you were doing like a solo run and you wanted to finish in a time, how do you keep your pace mentally if there's no watch or anything? Or is watches all allowed?
Watches are allowed. Yeah.
Watches are allowed. So you look at that to keep pace, I guess.
And then like on the track, if it's on the track, every lap they have like a
a pace
timer,
pace timer. Right.
It shows like the time since the race started. So before every race, like I know like what the time is that should be on the clock every lap.
Yeah.
So when I come in, I see if I'm on pace or not, and if I need to pick it up or slow it down.
But normally, are you basically on pace normally if you want to set it?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like built into you from the practice you've had, right?
Yeah. Because like I'll train at that race pace, if not a bit quicker.
Okay.
So then when it comes to the race, I'm comfortable with it.
So if you say you were just jogging and stuff, like just jogging and like not pushing at all, like what's your like 1 kilometer pace?
Like if it's an easy run,
like an easy one, yeah,
it would be anywhere from like 420 to 5 per k.
Okay, all right,
like,
I see.
I went 14k yesterday, and it was like a 430 average.
All right,
but
so that's like pretty much like my peak if I do a 2k.
But it was a good run though, yeah.
Yeah, it felt a bit better.
Yeah.
And when you do runs and stuff like 3Ks, do you do any stops for water or no? Like 3K is too short, right? That's more like marathon stuff, right?
Yeah, like even like my run yesterday, I did not stop.
14K, yeah. And for like pre like going into like a competition or anything, do you do anything to cool yourself down more before? Like, does the weather impact how you perform, like based on temperature and like, and stuff?
Like, it can make a difference, right? Just like the cold is a bit harder to breathe. I don't mind the weather too much. Like I find I have done.
What about like the heat when it gets really hot, like 30 degrees,
I find
and
like, it affects a lot of people, but like.
During
my races, I think I usually don't mind it. unless it's like blazing hot.
Right.
And then if it's rain, it's annoying because like you kind of lose traction a bit. But again, like everyone has to deal with it. So yeah.
When you guys do like a lot of running and stuff, like what's the type of injuries you can't like? Is there any like sort of injury that like track athletes get? They're not like what's the type?
One of the main ones is shin splints. So shins.
My friend got shin splints.
And like, yeah.
So you get them from just like how do you get shin splints? Like,
it's just in your tib bone where
tibia, fibia, one of those.
Tibia, yeah. Where
I did
there's like minor like cracks in it because of like the excessive landing.
Wow.
So
does that heal?
It heals, yeah.
It heals, and does it get stronger once it heals? Doesn't those like Shaolin monks like purposely get shin splints so it's stronger?
But like over time it gets quicker, and you're supposed to strengthen them as well.
Yeah.
So like I've done that because like when I first started running, I experiencing them a bit now. But like it sometimes just comes up for a bit and then goes away.
Wait, how does it feel? How does shin splints feel?
Every time you land or like hit, like if I like do this right now, my shin is a bit like sore. So if I tap it a bit, it does hurt.
It's like kind of bruised sort of thing.
Okay. Kind of like a bruise, yeah.
Have you ever done a competition where you had shin splints going into it? Or you do like
yeah? You just with the adrenaline in the race, you kind of just
you don't feel them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What about like ankle sprains or anything? Do you not get that at all?
That's not as common. It's more so the shin splints, knees, and hips. Ankles, if it's cross country, then track not so much.
Okay. Well, what happens to the knees is like
a lot of the time, like it really depends on form. So some people's knees will go in. So they're
right, yeah. I
yeah,
because their form is not that great. Because like I'm pretty sure when your knees go in, it's because your hip muscles aren't strong enough, right?
Yeah. And then again, hips as well. Like I did have a hip problem as well, so I fixed that just doing like band work and like resistance training. But it's really just weak hips that will like make it harder to bring your legs up.
That sucks for me. I have weak hips and a weak thing. I had a hip issue. Did you know that?
No.
So I was gonna like pursue tennis a lot. So like I shot up in the rankings for tennis, right? And I was like doing good. I was in provincial team back in New Zealand.
Yeah.
But then like previous to COVID, a year before, I had this really weird thing where I think it's either lead poisoning to the place I went, or it was like some sort of growth thing plus like a cold right before. But I had a hip effusion. Do you know what that is? Effusion. We're going into like physio, so you would know it in the future probably. It's a really rare case. It's like a growth thing that's like 1 in a million or something like that. But it's basically my hip bone just leaked, like sort of like this liquid out.
Okay.
Just from like growth or anything, and then it leaked here, and then I couldn't walk for a year. Like basically, like for a couple months, I was like I couldn't walk at all, and then I had to slowly get better because like it just like I didn't feel in the hips, but I felt in my thigh. Like my whole thigh was gone, so I couldn't walk at all.
Yeah.
And so like my hip is like much like weaker, but then I had to do all the resistance band training and stuff to get it back. Like I remember I was getting good, and then I kicked the soccer ball, and I felt like my whole hips just basically split in half.
Yeah.
Like it was horrible. Yeah. So I have to like get my hip better too.
But like that's all it is, just like resistance training and just making them stronger.
Did you get any sort of like illness or any like injuries when you were training at Kenya? Because that would suck, right? Because you go there like for 2 months.
Yeah. So like with the injuries that I mentioned before, I said ankles are not always the big problem, but like sometimes they are. So like my ankles are pretty weak, just from like when I was younger. I had a lot of ankle sprains.
Me too. So, I had like an ankle growth thing as well. Yeah. That a lot of kids have.
But like when we started running there, the terrain there was very uneven because it was like dirt and like there was like rocks everywhere.
Right, it's easy to trip or something.
Yeah, so like
a bad landing.
Every time like I landed, my ankle and my tendons would be like firing up and like not used to it, right?
Right.
Used to the flat concrete. So that was hurting a bit, but I ended up figuring out some band work for that. And over time, my ankles got used to the my tendons. They got used to the
when you say band work, what do you do exactly? Like, can you say a couple? I know there's ones where you put the band on your thing and you just like press it down and just stuff like that.
You also like put it on like the
side, and then you pull out, right?
Side, yeah. Okay, yeah. And then also like you kind of line it up with something and you pull it towards you.
Oh yeah,
That's one of the things that I had to do when I was
to get. But like the Kenya people, they were all fine, I guess.
They're all fine because
they all grow up to it and they're used to it now.
Yeah, and like most of them ran on that like without shoes when they were younger.
Oh, and whoa! Without shoes?
Yeah, like they would just
on rocks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy. Have you heard of this thing? Like I don't know if it's science or something. We had to do a presentation. It was one of the topics. I don't know if it was an assumption or something, but it was like some kid that it was like if you run on different surfaces, you have this thing called like stress spraying, where if you always run on concrete and then you suddenly switch to grass, you have a chance of getting a thing called a stress sprain.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's really just what your tendons are used.
I guess
to.
I guess it's just what you're used to and what.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like running there, it was a much tougher surface than it is here. Because like everything was.
It's like running in the mountains, sort of thing, right? Yeah.
Because like everything was uneven. Your ankles are like always
adjusting like at the very end.
So now that I'm back here running on like flat concrete, it's a lot easier.
Right.
My ankles aren't doing like as bad as they were.
Yeah. So like, how was like the culture there and the people there?
Yeah. So like I said, when we were on the coast, the people there, like some of them were nice and some of them weren't. But when we were in the mountains, like everyone was like really nice and welcoming.
Really nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Like they're always helping, always offering stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. How was the food there? I'm intrigued to know. Like, do you know like any food specifically that you can remember? Like, what it looked like, what it tastes like?
Yeah. Like all the food was like fresh. Like the fruits, the meat. There was no vegetables or
no vegetables.
The ones that you did were cooked just because like the water. You could not drink the tap water. A lot of the vegetables will get you sick.
Oh, really?
From there, yeah.
Oh.
But the foods like it was just like goat meat, beef, chicken.
No. And how would they cook it?
They would usually have it in a stew.
In the stew, right.
And then some of the carbs had this. They would have like rice, noodles. They had chapati, which is kind of like a bread, kind of.
A bread,
like a thin bread, kind of.
Did they have any sort of like mashed potato-y thingies there? Or?
They had potatoes as well, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they also had ugali, which is like this white, like carb thing. Like
carb thing. Why carb?
I don't know.
That could be anything.
Like,
a million things could be a white carb thing.
You kind of like it's.
Do you use your hands?
Yeah, you use your hands and you grab a piece off of it, and it's like all stuck together, so you have to like rip it apart.
Yeah. I've seen that on Instagram.
You put it like in the stew,
in the stew, and then that looks so good.
Yeah,
and it's like a starchy thing, right? I think it's made of some sort of starchy like root plant.
Corn flour, I believe.
Corn flour, yeah, maybe that's the one. Yeah,
or maize flour or something like that.
Oh, maize flour, right? That's what ChatGPT told me. Maize flour. I did some research on Kenya before. Okay, and you like the food there?
It was really good.
Yeah, Kenyan food. You don't really get exposed to that often. It's like a good opportunity.
Like
right?
It was just all we ate every single day, and it was like all fresh. Yeah.
Yeah, the freshness is really good, right? Because when you're here, it's all processed food.
Yeah,
it's like shit. It's not.
And like the fruit, it's like from other countries. There, they didn't have any like berries or anything like that. It was all just like
it wouldn't. It
was like pineapple, watermelon, orange,
right? All the
mango,
tropical fruits.
Yeah.
All the good ones. All the delicious ones. Like berries are good, but like all the other fruits are really mid. You know.
Yeah.
Apples, oranges, let's say bananas. Yeah. They have bananas there, right?
Yeah. They were more so like they were really small, but they were so sweet.
Oh, it was like I swear the smaller ones are sweeter. Because from where my mom is, she's also tropical. Like they say plantains are not sweeter than bananas, but I swear those types are sweeter. I don't think the plantains. I think there's something else. How was the scenery when you were running everywhere? Was it like untouched type of places or?
Near the school, it was like just kind of like a dirt path with like farmland everywhere. So that was just kind of chill. Like it was kind of hilly as well, and same with in E10. There was like some parts where there was just like a path.
Did you ever run? You see an elephant over there and a giraffe.
There would be
some wildebeests,
huh? But there'd be like sheep. There would be cows on the road.
Oh, was it like farm and they'd just wander around?
Like there would be cows everywhere.
Really?
Even in E10, yeah.
Wow. And do the cows are different? Like what? Were they same cows?
Same
okay,
cows.
not like some sort of different cow.
No.
Did you guys ever like do anything fun while you were there? Like some sort of,
like
what did you guys do?
In E10, we there was like this one place where we played pool.
Play pool?
Yeah,
like pool table pool.
Yeah, billiards. Yeah, same. And then in the school as well, we started like a chess tournament with all the kids.
Oh, you were doing stuff at the school?
Yeah.
Wow, that's so sick.
We were like doing volunteer work with like teaching them computers. We bought a bunch of chess boards and brought them to the school. So we taught
chess
them.
Is such a great game.
We taught them chess and like hosted a tournament as well.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Are you good at chess?
I'm decent, yeah.
Yeah, you're decent.
When we were there, I played a lot against my teammate.
Yeah. One of our friends back in New Zealand, he's in the national team for tennis.
Really?
It was on the last podcast. He's a junior grandmaster in chess as well.
Yeah.
So he's like really good at chess and tennis. Yeah. And he would teach me like all these like strategies and stuff like to the end games. It's really cool.
Yeah, like I'm decent, but like I wouldn't say I'm like insanely good.
Yeah, I have to play you. I have to see. Wait, I think I played you before in math class.
Yeah,
I swear I beat you.
I don't think so. I think I beat you. I think I beat you.
Really, it might just be Austin. And always be Austin.
Yeah, it was Austin.
That was fun. So wait, tell me about like the volunteer work you guys did there. So did you get any hours for it or anything? No, it's just volunteer.
it's just
You already
volunteer,
graduated.
yeah.
What am I saying?
Yeah, it was just fun.
This is volunteer. It's just nice. Yeah.
Like the teachers, because like the one guy that was hosting us, his name's Wesley Career. He also used to be a marathoner. Won the Boston Marathon when he used to run.
Oh, and he was hosting you guys.
Yeah, he was helping us, giving us context. He gave us like a driver that would like drive us around.
Yeah.
And he was the one that owned the school, and he also owned.
He owned the school.
Yeah, he started it and like got like a bunch of donations.
Oh wow, that's so awesome.
And then he also opened up an eye hospital.
A what? A hospital?
An eye hospital.
Eye hospital.
Yeah, near the school as well. So we were volunteering there because like they were just finishing the setup
of the hospital.
And bringing in their patients right when like we were there, right? So we were helping like set up the scheduling, teaching a bunch of people how to do that, just to book like the appointments for all the surgeries.
Oh, that's so awesome.
And then,
so they speak. I guess they all speak English then, so it's so fine.
Most of them spoke English, and then they also speak Swahili.
Which is the local language there. Right.
And then like at the school as well, we taught them how to use computers. So like
they don't have much computers there.
I think most of them were donations. Because a lot of it was like pen and paper. But they did have some computers. So one of the teachers was working with us to teach them.
We like teaching them how to open up Google and stuff like that.
Like how to open up Word,
ChatGPT,
like Word, PowerPoint. I should have taught them ChatGPT, but
you didn't teach them ChatGPT. What the heck, bro? That's like the one tool.
Yeah. Well, I got some on their Instagram, so maybe I'll text.
Oh yeah, they have Instagram and stuff as well. So they all have phones, but no.
Some of them do, yeah.
Some of them do, right? Yeah. And what do the kids like do? Like they go to school and then they come back.
So like the school, it's like a running school as well. So most of the
it's like a running academy.
Yeah. So most of the kids that go there, I believe, run, or almost all of them.
What was the age group of the school?
It was for us it would be like grade 9 to 12. But they called it like Form 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, so it was a high school.
Yeah.
So were there any like fast kids in the grade 12s?
Yeah. Like there was also some kids like my age as well. Like that were like 18.
How fast?
Some of them 19. They were pretty quick, like 8
compared to you.
20s, yeah. They were a lot quicker than me. So,
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like 8:20s in the 3K, and that's like at altitude.
Yeah.
So down here.
Oh yeah, at altitude down here they're smurfing.
Be a lot quicker. Yeah.
Down here they're smurfing. Do you think like the pathways of those kids, like what do you think their pathways are? Like would they ever think about going to uni here in the States? Or
that school has actually sent like a lot of people to the States on scholarship.
Oh really? Well, that's awesome.
Because like Wesley, the guy that runs it,
he has the connections too, right? Yeah.
States. He knew everyone. Like everywhere we went, someone knew him.
Wow.
Yeah. Really good guy. But,
he's a really nice guy then.
Yeah. And they also partnered with like a running company called Kip Run, which is like a French company. So they would send some guys that graduated on, like they would get paid to run for Kip Run.
Oh. I thought you were gonna say that he partnered with like Mr. Beast Philanthropist or something. So how is like the facilities there, like water quality and all that stuff? Because you were in more like this town areas, right?
Yeah.
So it was probably a bit worse. Like, would you say, like the water quality? You said it was like dodgy water at first.
No, we couldn't drink the tap water. We just had to get bottled water. And like we had like those dispensers where you grab like the 15 liter and you put it on. Yeah. That's all we had to. None
of the local water.
None.
What's wrong with the local? Like the filtering is just not like.
Yeah, like there's really like bugs and like diseases in there. Yeah. Or like I don't know what it is actually what's in there, but it would just make you sick. But our driver, he like drank from the tap.
Wow.
He was fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Do the kids that grow up there normally just drink like the local water, or do they all just drink like plastic? Like
no, they drink the local water.
They drink the local water.
Yeah.
Wow. But you guys were told not to drink.
Yeah, we were told
water.
Not to.
Did you ever try a little bit? No. Yeah, that's true. That's silly.
Because like
something
I did get sick throughout the trip, and like I think it was because I ate like a tiny bit of vegetables, so like I didn't want to risk it. And like I got like super sick.
What's wrong with the vegetables?
It was anything raw. Like it would just
anything raw. Okay.
We were told not to eat it unless.
But what about the fruits? The fruits is also raw.
Yeah, but they had skins.
They had skins. Okay, right. Because vegetable, you're eating the outside of the vegetable. Right. Unless it's a potato or something.
Yeah.
If you vibe with this combo, drop a like, leave a comment, and hit that sub button. We'll catch you next time on Different Walks, Different Talks.